morning, G's. It's Sunday, 11 a.m. in the morning, and we had a long night yesterday. Barbecue with friends. We stayed out. We ate, as you can see, we ate a lot hummus. As you can see, we had a lot of good food. And now I'm preparing myself an espresso because I'm going to the gym. And then afterwards, after the gym session, I'm going to have, of course, clock in some work because there's a little bit of work to do. After the work, I will most probably book some flights, and then I'll meet with a couple friends for coffee and AI chat. And then today in the evening, there's a cool match that I'm going to most probably watch with a couple friends. So stay with me. Today will be a good day. We'll be, of course, also planning Monday later on and next week, the goal for the next week. The best and only booster you need for a good session is just a coffee, man, really. Espresso it in, man. Espresso it in. Morning, G's. Today's Monday, new week started. This week we have a lot of things to do. We want to build the product, we want to finish the product finally, and we have to kind of get the contract stuff done for the client that we closed last week. So this is the stuff we need to do. Especially interesting stuff is now, the funny stuff is now to basically create the invoice and create the deal, the contract deal. The documents for the first client, for the software as a service deal. That will be interesting. I've never done that actually. According to German law, we will have to create that. That will be also interesting, how much we can use AI for that. As you know, frugality. I love frugality. I'm a very frugal guy when it comes to business. So the more I can do with AI to create that document, the legal document, to basically onboard the client and have him as a software as a service contractor. The more I can give that to AI and let AI do that, the more money I can save. With the legal team, that will be very, very important. Of course, there will be, terms and conditions and stuff like that. But as this guy is a little bigger company, or as this client is a little bigger company, I think he will require us to basically have some sort of contract here, like legal document, software as a service contract, and everything that's behind it, like a service level agreement and stuff like that. I'm very curious. This is today's work, or this week's work. So setting up the contract and of course working on our product, and there's a couple smaller points I have to also work on, and create the invoice, of course. Invoice for one-time payment. I love writing invoices, by the way. I don't know why people don't like it. I'm always like, man, in the end, that's where you get the money from, if you write the invoice. And that's kind of like the part where you basically are being, you're being paid for the work finally. That's the best part of it, right? Otherwise you wouldn't get paid. So that's it. Let's begin the week. All right, guys, currently working on this contract stuff for the client. So as I told you, we have to basically create a contract, a software as a service contract. Living in Germany, building a business in Germany, you have to be always, minding contracts and stuff like that, because otherwise things can get rough. And that's why I'm currently investing a lot of time into this contract. But I'm thinking of if it's not a little too much time. Just gave it a mentor of mine, and he gave me feedback now. And now I've asked the AI models for feedback. Like I basically just took the feedback, put it into LLMs, different LLMs, foundation models, and got some feedback about his feedback. And now I'm even more, confused, because actually the large language models, they tell me that his feedback is not valid, or it's not good to do that. But he is actually a contract expert, not in a legal way, but in a sales way. He's like a sales guy, my mentor, a very, very experienced sales guy. He knows sales pretty much better than anybody I know, especially B2B sales. And he told me that the easier I keep the contract, the slower, the lower complexity there is, and the less text there is, the better. Whereas the large language models tell me basically the opposite. You definitely know for sure that you're working late if you're working so late that the fucking alarm is going off. You see, it's 10 p.m. and the fucking alarm got off because the security guy just came and activated the alarm while I was still in the building or still in the office. So when I just walked out to get to the restroom, the alarm was like ringing, and now I just turned it off again. Yeah, we're working late these days. I think I have like a half an hour to do, and then at 11 p.m. 23 I will leave. But yeah, that's the usual stuff. I think he just opened the door. He saw that the lights were off because I was here basically locked in monk mode. And then he just turned on the alarm of the building without checking each office room while I was in the room. And then the alarm got off. So yeah, interesting stuff. All right, guys, as usual, we're the last ones in the office. Today was a very rough day. We did a lot of contract stuff again. So yesterday we prepared the invoice and already made some progress on the official contract for that client. But that contract took me basically the whole day today because it's the first time I'm doing something like that, like a contract like that. And yeah, it was like 15 pages of contract material. I'm also not sure if the counterpart on the customer side, who's basically an older IT guy, if he will be able to go through that, because I'm not sure if they have a very, let's call it, professional legal department. I mean, the last time these guys, they're big company, but the last time they bought software, or the last time they actually subscribed to software and bought a new software vendor, I think it was most probably 10, 15 years ago. That's also why they need it. So yeah, it will be interesting how this guy will respond. It will be definitely an overkill for him, but it's okay. We're legally safe then. And also, once you set it up once, you can always sell again with the same, just adjust the price and the name. So it was a work to be done once, but then basically the effects compound, because once I sell that software again, I can just use that contract and that template. And of course, I used templates out there online as well as AI to build that contract. So yeah, but finally we finished it. So I'll send it out tomorrow. Also finish a couple other stuff that we'll send to him tomorrow, because he also wanted to have some data before we begin, and adjusted the API and stuff like that. So now we're finished, and we can finally again focus on building product.